No person among us desires any other reward for performing a brave or worthy action but the consciousness of having served his nation. It's a quote that comes from Joseph Brant, who was a Mohawk, and I think that fits Glen completely because he's never asked for recognition. He's never asked for a pat on the back. He's responsible for every single tribal member's family, every single team member, employee that works for us. He's responsible to make all that happen. And he's never asked for anything. That is his humbleness. He just knows he's serving all these people and more.
When I was growing up on the reservation, things were pretty tough. All I remember is that alcohol was everywhere. If there was a birthday party, people were drinking. Thanksgiving, Christmas, Halloween, Vietnam, and a few of the other world conflicts. About 33% of our young men volunteered and never made it home. And for a tight-knit, small community, that was devastating.
They had a hard time coming back from the war. You know, it's only now that people are really talking about PTSD.
By the start of the 80s, I would say alcoholism was probably up to about 85% on the reservation. We didn't have counseling programs, and so those guys found some way to numb the pain, and it was alcohol.
Late as 1965, the tribe had, one phone, 3 homes with running water. The tribe didn't get drinkable water till 2007.
So we had high levels of arsenic in the water. When I was growing up, 1 in 4 pregnancies resulted in a miscarriage.
The Kalispel tribe was ready to declare bankruptcy, filling out the paperwork in 1998. And up, I bet we only had maybe 5 tribal members with higher education degrees. Now, I think we have as many as 40 annually.
Today, I bet we're less than 5% alcoholism on the res. People got clean and sober, they started to have bigger dreams and started to have that clear head.
To prosper, even in that video, one tribal elder says, "I wish all the old people were here to see what we have now and where we've come from."
Finally completed our water line extension, so every house on the reservation has clean, safe drinking water now.
I owe it all to Glen. I mean, I believe in my heart, and I hope everybody else and every other tribal member thinks about how much he has done for our people.
He just decided on sure will that he was going to do something different.
You're seeing all the results of it. You're seeing that now what we've been able to develop and what we've been able to bring our people.
I mean, even the first written accounts from the Jesuit priests coming through the area, some of the things they wrote about the Kalispels were how humble we were, how generous we were in accepting.
We've made it what we call Kalispel hospitality. And I think that has carried on down through our great-grandparents, our grandparents, and Glen has helped that grow, helped it prosper.
We give close to $900,000 out a year in charitable donations to roughly about 170 local organizations.
He wouldn't take credit for any of that. He would give that credit to our ancestors of the past. That was the way they were, and it's just been carried on.
Even when we were poor, if somebody came by your house and my grandma just made food for 5 people, we would divide it back up so that that person got to sit down and eat.
It's not just the Kalispel way. It's the way of junior achievement. It's the way of a lot of other organizations that we're trying to better our community. Every group needs its role models and its heroes. As Native Americans, I don't think we always look at the right ones. I look at someone like Glen, who is the perfect role model. He didn't have a perfect past, he's not a perfect person, but what he did to better himself and to better the tribe and to better the organization, to serve his people, is what we should be honoring and what we should be looking at as a role model.
Congratulations, Glen, on winning the 2019 Junior Achievement Laureate Award. And on a personal note, thank you very much for your leadership. Thank you for being my uncle and for spending the time to slow us down and guide us through all this. We really appreciate you.